Hello YouTube, maybe I can get through this video this time without doing any blunder bloopers and stuff. So my urethane wheels, that tire, I guess I call it, that goes on the, here I got a bandsaw, okay. That totally went to pot on me. Uh, just flew into pieces. But you know, it's pretty understandable. I think I bought this brand new in about 2003. This bandsaw. It's a Delta, nice bandsaw, 14 inch. Does a nice job for me. Really like the saw. I wish I had a bigger one, but something that I could do some more resawing with. But end up with stuff like this that goes crooked on me after I saw it. That's kind of annoying. Should have known better. I should have picked something that wasn't quite so, the grain wasn't quite so unstable. Should have found something that was cut more towards the center of the tree rather than around the circles part. So it was definitely bound to bow on me. But what I'm here for today is I'm putting these new ones back on. The top one went pretty good. This one is not, I haven't had too much issues yet. I just actually got started with it, and I got one end tied, and I'm going to try and stretch it out as far as I can on that wheel and then get the other end tied down with a little rope I have here. They said to use the cable ties. Looked around the shop, couldn't find any cable ties. Note to self, go to town, buy some cable ties. So anyway, I am going to see if I can get that one on to the next one here, and I'll be back. Get the next rope tied on. So now that I have the other one tied on here, I should have tried to get a little bit closer, but note to self, don't cut yourself short as far as the rope. Is kind of a pain to get on. Like I said, it isn't in very good place here, but all I do is just take a screwdriver and pry up, and I'll be back when I get the thing put on or close. Well, as you can see, I have it pried on now. I just used a long screwdriver. I suppose I should have used something a little bit, but it's pretty smooth. I don't think I did any damage to it. So that urethane is really tough stuff. So it's not in the groove quite yet, but if I were to take and I'll leave these on for now. But in places here you can kind of tell it's in the groove, and then back it isn't. Okay, it's pretty simple. You just push in on it and it will go in. Just have to push hard. It goes in little bit by little bit, as you can tell here. And when I get done here, I'll come show you the finished product here. Well, there you go. I found if I worked on this corner down here, there was a lot more room to work that bandsaw belt into the grooves. There is this one great big groove that it fits into, so you don't have to really worry about lining anything up. What you're really supposed to do is take and run a dowel through it and run it all the way through around the deal so that the stretch is even. But I don't know. I could kind of sense that since I was not quite in the groove up there, that the whole thing was stretching around anyway. I don't feel anything. I guess, you know, I'd have to take a dial indicator, but I don't feel anything that's really quite out of the ordinary here. So there you go. How not to probably put your urethane bandsaw tires on your bandsaw. There you go. I think that probably should be my title. So don't do what I do. Follow the instructions. One of the things that I've heard people saying is heating these up, but the instructions explicitly said don't heat them. Don't heat them up. They'll go on. and it just takes some stretching. And yeah, you don't have to heat them. It's it's winter here. It's 65 degrees in my shop. You can probably hear my Modine heater going in the background here. So I don't like working out here in the winter, but especially with the price of fuel the way it is right now. But anyway, there we go, and both of them on. Now I can get to my project, building a box here, and I'm using a little offside here deal, and I've used my Osborne. It's a miter EB3 miter gauge. Really like this thing, and I did some setup on it early this morning. Got out here about 6 o'clock. Did some work this morning on it, getting it all set up, getting the right angles down and stuff like that. But I'm going to use both internal and an external spline on this. The internal one is going to be for strength, and that's what I kind of wanted to get my bandsaw together for. I'm going to cut some, I have some either cherry or walnut pieces here that I think I'm going to take and cut up for the external splines, and a darker wood. And then what I'm doing with the internal ones here, I'm just going to use some hickory is what this is. I've got the other side taped so that I can hold the thing together. Miter seemed to come out really pretty good, but I don't know. I think there's almost just as much setup getting a miter joint to be perfect as there is to actually doing a box joint or a dovetail on a box. Dovetails are actually kind of pretty. I'm kind of looking forward to this one too. I think this is going to be pretty with the splines in it. I'll show this project later when I get done. There you go. Have a great day. Thanks for watching.